You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Deacon. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Nashville After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Nashville After Show.
It's finally back.
Yes.
We've been gone for so long. Hi there. This is the AFTERBUZZ show for Nashville, season 2, episode 11, called I'll Keep Climbing. We've been gone for like about a month now, so we're so happy to be back. Yeah. Missing some of our team members today, but I'm your host, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by...
Hello, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini.
And we're so excited. There's so many things... So many good things to talk about tonight.
A lot happened in this episode, especially coming back from the winter hiatus. It was like they really just went all at it with everything that's coming back, and they took no break whatsoever.
I'm so glad because every time, not every time, it's only been 2 years now, but when they do this, I'm like, wow, man, the momentum was just going, and now I feel like I've forgotten what was happening, what was going on, but they did a great job of recapping it at the beginning and then just sucking us right back in by all this drama tonight. Mm-hmm. So let's just go ahead and dive right in and start out with what happens right away in the first 40 seconds. There's really no suspense. Yep. What? Peggy's dead.
Peggy's dead. Do we feel bad? No. No, I'm sorry. It's like all season long, and even last season 1, we keep saying how much we don't like Peggy. Mm-hmm. And now that she actually is dead, I do kind of feel bad for Teddy because it was so fast and he really didn't have any time to mourn. But I just really didn't like Peggy.
Yeah, I didn't either. But when we were watching, I did find myself saying, because we were like, well, I thought they might at least rush her to the hospital, have a little drama with whether she was going to live or die. You know, maybe we wouldn't find out until the end of the episode. And I think it was probably within the first 40 seconds, she was already in the bag cover.
On a gurney, gone.
And then Teddy, no real reactions even at the scene. They just kind of turned with Raina and walked off.
No.
Bye-bye, Peggy.
And we didn't even see Raina really mourn over it with her kids either. Be like, another woman in your life passed away. There was no mourning from anybody in the family.
Maddie's one line, she was nice.
She was nice. And I feel like Maddie only said that as a formality to her father, not really heartfelt. Just I'm sorry she's dead.
I totally agree. Yeah,
that was it.
She was nice, but and kind of we felt like Raina was almost a little happy that she didn't have to deal with that drama in her life anymore and wasn't going to have that influence on her children.
Oh yeah. But I think Raina was happy too. She's the one less person she has to worry about.
Because we said from the beginning she was bunny boiler crazy. So,
and the girls didn't seem too affected by it.
No, not a big loss on that one.
No.
So.
Bye, Peggy.
Bye-bye, Peggy.
Bye, Kimberly.
Yeah, we love Kimberly, but
we do.
We're okay with Peggy going. If anybody was going to go, I think that was the one.
And you know what? Honestly, it was about time. It's about time.
Yeah, she stayed in a little longer than she should have anyway. So, yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on. And the other one that was a possibility of dying this episode was Will. And so we were very happy to see that he did not die. So let's talk a little bit about Gunnar reaching out to him and going out.
Gunnar was such a bro in this episode. What a true friend to realize that, Joey came to him saying, hey, Will is gone. But it was really nice of Gunnar to go out of his way as a concerned friend and, bro, and be like, hey, if you're having troubles, call me. You don't just go hiding in the woods and sulk. You call someone, you let them know if you're okay.
Yeah, I thought the scene of those two sitting by the fire was just acted really well and just a really great moment for those two characters to share. And Gunnar was also probably reacting from his own brother and family situation, so I thought that played out.
Yeah, exactly. Well too. And Gunnar said the line, every time someone goes missing in my life, they usually end up dead, like his brother did. So I can understand where Gunnar Gunnar was coming from. But if you think about it, Will and Gunnar, they're more like brothers than anybody in the show. And Gunnar's going to be concerned about Will's well-being.
Yeah, you're right. They do have a great relationship, and I think they did a good job of like really showing what Will's character was going through and the pressures that he would be probably under as a gay man in that situation. And so I thought the show handled that well.
I kind of believe that and kind of don't, because Will doesn't seem like he really handled it. He just went away and like tried to deal with it himself, but when he came back, he still isn't really okay with it. So he didn't really face it and tackle his problem. He just kind of suppressed it and like tried to deal with it, but it's still there. Yeah.
I didn't mean they really he didn't handle it as far as, oh, I'm resolved, it's all good now. But exactly. I meant they kind of showed what he might be like experiencing and the thoughts and the pressures that he might be feeling and struggles.
But to get to the point in your life where you almost kill yourself, that's serious, and then not having anyone know about it, and except for Joey, who he slept with. But it's sad that he really didn't feel like he had anyone to talk to, and he couldn't confide in Gunnar.
Yeah,
but but the problem's still there. Yeah, so I just want to see how Will's going to really handle it, and if this truth comes out into the public, how he'll handle it then.
I mean, we'll talk more in predictions too. But and interesting how, because now he's kind of blown Brent off again. So wonder how he'll respond or react with that. But
Brent doesn't seem like Brent is a little bit of a problem there, but he's not telling Brent either.
Yeah,
he's not helping the issue.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
craziness.
On happier notes, Raina's got things going now with her Highway 65s. Let's talk a little bit about her and her business ventures.
Well, I think it's good that we keep saying that Raina has like really, really just proactively and anticipating like all these things and jumped the gun on like saying to the media that she's having this record out, that this new label out and whatnot. But it's good that she put everything on her line, her life, her family, her career, her money, and everything is on this label. And it's good that she's taking the business rational aspect now of how she wants to start it. Because at the beginning, she took all these risks based on an artistic thing. She just meant for it. And now that she actually has it, now she's being more rational business-wise. I think that's interesting how she's like really turned the tables on that.
Yeah, I do too. And I got to say, I don't know if I like it. Like, I would like to see her trusting her gut more as far as like which single to go with, and instead of worrying so much about what the research said and what Ed Sheeran had to say, because I don't know, I just kind of think research can say a lot of things. Just you can kind of turn it a lot any way you want a lot of times. I mean, and I don't know. I just feel like if she's gonna she took all these gutsy chances and got herself to this point, I would like to see her continue to take some gutsy chances. With her selections.
Yeah, I agree, because she started off like that. It'd be nice for her to keep going down that path. But yes, once you see reality and numbers and the number crunching, they do throw you off, and then it makes you forced to think a different way and how to approach things differently. But I'd like to see her, maybe I might get into predictions, but I'd like to just try to think of more artistic, creative ways to start this album and having this new single out, Better Days, even though she doesn't want it to be Better Days. What is she gonna do for her new single to release it, to really kickstart her album or her label? Really,
she can take some notes from Beyonce. Try some alternative ways.
Yeah, or she could take notes from Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
I mean, hello, she's in the circle now.
Yeah, lots of options. Yeah, I just feel like even Ed Sheeran now was spinning things, trying to say that they're the ones that got rid of her off the label and all this. So I would just like to see her be a little less concerned about doing things the way that they did, or by their research and
but I think I think at this point in Raina's life, she's already successful and she's done so many things. She has a big following. Now is the time to just be like, hey, this is brand new, see if you like it, just throw it on the wall and see if it sticks. But right now she's being too rational.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's hard when she's mortgaged her house and all these other things.
And she has 2 daughters to take care of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's got, she'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely see it. Like, she's on the up and up. I don't think it's going to go down from here. It's definitely just a matter of how to kickstart this label.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think, and we were going to mention, looks like that there was the band that she had on there.
Oh, 3 Cadillac?
Yeah.
The 3 Cadillac, I believe. They're actually a real band, and they're signed with Big Machine, who, Big Machine signs Martina McBride, my favorite, and Taylor Swift's a big, I guess they are actually a legit country music group. They just started like 2013, so they're brand new. And being on Nashville, that's a humongous hit for them.
And they sounded good in that brief amount of time we heard tonight.
Yeah, they reminded me of Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah,
they sounded exactly
totally
like on the same on the same feel.
That's why at first, because I didn't know of the band until they pulled out to the wider shot and we saw the name, I thought they were trying to maybe do a knockoff of them, and kind of play it that way. And then we're like, oh, wait, no, that's a real band.
They're a real band. Well, good for them getting on Nashville.
Yeah.
Hello, huge.
Love that about the show, how we saw in the preview for next week that they're going to have, 2 Zac Brown Band and
Rascal Flatts.
Yeah, Rascal Flatts on. Yeah. I love how they keep tying in. They're so good at staying connected into the country music scene and bringing people onto the show.
Oh, it's great. And they even got Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
I mean, Kelly Clarkson has, gone more country in the last few years, but I don't mind that. Yeah. And I'd like to, because I believe in season 1 they had Vince Gill. So I'd like to see more big country names get into it. Like, I'd love to see Martina McBride in there somewhere, because I feel like Raina's career kind of emulates Martina McBride in a little way. I don't know. I'm obsessed with Martina McBride. She's freaking phenomenal. So I would love to see a cameo from her.
She is great. I still, every time I see Raina and Deacon, I think Tim and Faith. Still.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah. It'd be cool to have Faith Hill in there.
That'd be awesome.
Come on. Get some big female power names, or heck, even Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, that would be, I'm with you. Well, let's go ahead and talk about Kelly being on the show.
Oh, yeah?
So Kelly comes on, and they're going to she wants Scarlett and Gunnar to write songs for her.
They wanted she wants to record the Fade Into Me, or Fade In... What was the
Fade Into
You, I believe. But I love this song, and I can't believe how Scarlett completely ruined that meeting. Completely ruined it.
I agree. I love the song too, and I love every time that Scarlett and Gunnar sing together. I just love,
fly.
And just their looks at each other. I gotta say, they have the best chemistry singing together. And
it's real. Fun. It's sincere. They really do connect when they're singing,
and their voices really harmonize well together. I think
it's like a perfect match.
Yeah.
And Scarlett's taken aback by it because she's not happy that Gunnar is with Zoe now. But you don't let your personal emotions affect a humongous business opportunity with Kelly Clarkson.
That's what bugged me about Scarlett again. We always talking to her how she can resort back to this weak, meek person. And I feel like, no, you've been working so hard for your career, so hard to have these breaks. You have somebody like a Kelly Clarkson wanting you suck it up. She was asking him to spend a couple days together writing
with her in mind.
Yeah, that's when you just gotta put the past, relationships, whatever, suck it up, be a big girl for 2 days and write some killer songs, and then just enjoy your fat paychecks for a while.
I agree. And it's like Scarlett has to stop and smell the roses, being like, Kelly Clarkson is 2 feet away from you and she wants to write and sing your music. I mean, you put your personal feelings aside, be a big girl. Come on.
Yeah.
Really, Scarlett?
Yeah. Both of us very disappointed with her this episode.
And especially after such an amazing performance, and then you immediately go into that. You just completely ruined it. There's no other way.
You're right. And it was right after, though. I mean, she could at least maybe said okay for the moment and then gone and had a conversation with Gunnar, like, I don't know if I can do this, or how are we going to, do we have to set some ground rules, or, figure out something. But no, she just blew it right away.
Already, cut that off with Kelly.
Yeah.
That was not. I hope we'll see like Scarlett come to in the end and like go back to Kelly. Maybe not beg, but be like, I thought about it again. I would like to work with you.
Well, I think it'll be interesting when we see, because there was a few steps for this. We saw, Scarlett go to Zoe's house to try to look for Gunnar to tell him what was going on. And then Zoe kind of has some harsh words for Scarlett. So what did you think about Zoe kind of telling her off tonight?
I think that was good, because Scarlett, again, needs to just put her yes, she's hurt emotionally, but suck it up. Sorry. And just like, yes, if you're really happy, you're with Avery, you should be happy, but if you're not happy, then, leave Avery, be with Gunnar if that's the one you're really moping about.
Yeah. I want to say, I understand where Zoe was coming from, and she says she has tried to apologize, and and she really is in love with him. So I really think her feelings are true. So I respect that, but I still have to go back to the girl code, and I still don't think she has any business being with him. And so for me, it kind of was like when she went off on her like that, I was like, oh, you don't need to do that. You might be thinking it, but you could just let her walk away and deal.
Just be angry. But I can understand Zoe wants to just smooth things out because she was the one who broke the girl code. But, if friendship really does, if they really are true friends, they'll eventually work it out. Hopefully.
Maybe.
As of right now, it doesn't seem like they are, but hopefully they'll smooth things out.
Well, then we also, in the first scene, we see Scarlett asking Avery. This is again where she was kind of meek again, asking him like, "Oh, well, was Juliet by at 2 a.m. to talk to you about a song?" Or it was like, "Oh no, come on, Scarlett." Yeah, I know she was kind of digging a little bit, but at that point, I wanted her to do what she did then at the end, where she,
told him off.
Yeah, and just said, you don't come over at 2 o'clock in the morning unless, you want something else.
Yeah.
So did you like when she confronted Avery finally about that?
I did, because at the beginning she had her suspicions and whatnot, but then as we can see, her little mini breakdown during the Kelly Clarkson meeting, and then her calling out Zoe and now calling out Avery at the end, she eventually got to the point where it'd be like, just tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And it was good that Scarlett realized that, because if your man wants to be with someone else, then girl, get out. Get out of that relationship.
Yeah. And I do like the way she kind of said, oh, we're like, it's always strange terms with her, but she's like, we're old slippers,
Yeah. I was like, old slippers. I don't think I've ever heard of that term used in that context, but okay, it kind of did make sense.
Yeah, but at least I did like that moment where they both kind of realized that she's like, we just fell back into this, and we just kind of tried to pick up, and they did. It was so quick how they kind of just were back together and just like,
and we're comfortable with it. So I can understand where the old slipper metaphor comes in. But her wording is a little interesting.
Yeah.
But again, Scarlett realizes Juliet's might have feelings for Avery, and Avery might have feelings for Juliet. So it's good that Scarlett points that out.
And it'll be nice to see. We'll see what Avery or what Juliet's reaction is after Avery left that voicemail.
Oh yeah, that kind of sounded like somewhat of a booty call. Just say
a little bit. Somewhat.
Like, you can come over anytime. Day or night.
Yeah,
day
just
or night.
kept going.
Day or night. But I guess hopefully Avery saw all the drama that was happening with Juliet, so maybe he did call out of his sincerity, I know you're going through a lot. If you want to talk to someone, I'm here for you. But after the mini breakup he just had with Scarlett, sounded like a booty call.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it did. The way, I think his tension.
If they had to rearrange those scenes a little bit, it might have been taken differently.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Well, we would also love to hear what you guys think about these topics. So if you have a chance, go into iTunes, rate and comment, tell us things how you feel about the show, things you want to hear us talk about, and join the conversation. We love to read those, and we'll love to talk about what you guys have to say on the show as well. So let's go back. Let's see. Well, we can talk about, speaking of weird wordings on the show, our girl Megan had a lovely one today when I believe she asked Deacon if he was being an ass hat. Ass hat.
Yeah. I guess
never heard that one.
I guess it's more PG rating of asshole, but okay, sure. I have heard people call other people ass hat, but okay.
I've never heard that one.
I've heard of ass hat. I don't get how hat gets into it, but
yeah, I was wondering
just say jerk. Because Deacon was kind of a jerk to her at that one moment. I mean, granted, we don't like Megan either, but she didn't really deserve it in that scene because she was just being a nice girlfriend, cooking him dinner. Oh, he's working hard. He's playing music, he's writing songs. I'm going to do something nice and cook him dinner. And then he goes off on her.
Yeah, he was out of line on that scene. But, we talked about it as we're watching it. I just can't get on board with her. Like, I just do not see any chemistry between the two at all.
It's forced.
Yeah, and it's, we were talking about when she comes home for the trip and she's been gone for days and they kiss and then he starts wanting to make out with her and she's like, no, I don't want to be a distraction. Are you crazy? Like, Deacon wants to make out with you and you say you don't want to be a distraction?
No.
I'll be your distraction all night long.
Exactly. I was like, if you're gone for that long, the first thing you're going to want to do is be with your man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that kind of, I couldn't figure out what it is why it's not working for me, but I just think it is because she is so buttoned up. And it's like, no, if he's a musician and a writer, it's like, I don't know, he does need that passion to be able to write the songs and like have that fire. And if she's gone for days and there's still no fire there, and it's just like, no, I always got to do the professional right thing. And I don't know, the just energy in the scenes with them to me is always so low compared to everything else on the show. So.
I agree because there's really no fire, no spark. But I do have to admit that Megan is actually good for Deacon because she's clean. She has a strong head on her shoulders. She's on the right track to, I don't know, success, I guess. But she's not dramatic. She's not out of place and she doesn't have that broken life that'll get Deacon back to his bad ways. So in a way, yes, we don't like the relationship, but she is a good person to keep Deacon straight.
Yeah, that's true. And I do like how they turned it around by showing him, sitting in the car and right by the liquor store, and
yeah, I was concerned there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we're like, whoa.
Buy the liquor. No, Deacon.
Yeah.
Don't drink again.
So, and I did like the conversation they had when he said that, he's got to learn how to be happy and stuff. So I do.
Well, the thing is, he is happy, and we haven't seen Deacon happy in a while because, I guess a lot of artists do take their creativity from their life problems and turmoils that they've had, and all that's where their inspiration and creativity comes from. And then now Deacon doesn't really have that right now in his life. He's kind of, having that writer's block. So. Hopefully he can get out of that.
Well, we did
without any bad chaos in his life.
I do like that we saw one way that he is working to get out of the writer's block by riding with Maddie.
Oh, that was cute.
So cute.
I was like, good, because honestly, I thought Deacon was going to partner up with Raina, because Raina's, concerned about what's her first single for the label to be released, and they said that Raina might have to write a new song. But she's also good at, but who's she going to write it with? Write it with Deacon. He's having writing problems too. So perfect partnership. Done.
Exactly. That's where I thought they were going to go with it too. And then I just loved seeing their song together, and it was so sweet. And I like seeing Raina watch it, and so maybe that's there.
And I'm glad it was a new song because I kind of got tired of that Deacon song that Maddie always played. I'm like, it's a great song, Maddie, but I'm sure Deacon has other singles that he's released. Get to know them a little bit more.
That's a good point. New year, new songs.
New song. That apparently they wrote in like 10 minutes. It was good. It was cute. It's cute, and I did love the words to it. I believe some of the lines like "You keep me." No, that's the wrong song. I'm sorry. But I did love how it reflects like everything that's going on. With Deacon now, he's happy, and Maddie's happy. I guess they're all happy that Peggy's out of life. I don't know. But it was cute. So.
Yeah. Were you gonna say the lyrics to the Scarlett Gunnar song? So those were great. Yeah, I had that too. Like, I've been needing you, or I've always been yours.
I've always been yours, and I feel it even more lately. And when, Scarlett and Gunnar are looking deeply and longing into their eyes, I feel it even more lately.
Feeling it right now.
Just break up with Zoe and Avery, get back together, make amazing music.
Sell some songs to Kelly.
Yep.
A great life.
There you go. It's set. Why do you got to make it complicated?
Exactly. I tell ya. Well, speaking of making it complicated, let's go into a little more of Juliet and her drama and complicated life right now by getting harassed.
Well, her big mouth is going to get her in trouble. Yeah. So Juliet, on the tour, I guess the tour started back up again, and then they get her wording out of context that there is no God who would believe in a crackpot like you. Yeah. But you know that they were going to take that out of context, like, and have it, of course, as a gif or a meme blown up on the internet, blown up by the media, be like, there is no God. Oh, now she's anti-religious, and and I found it really surprising how that one angry guy who was protesting Juliet threw that what looked like black paint at her. I'm like, Juliet's lucky that was that happened to her. Like, it could have been something worse. Yeah. Like, someone could have shot her. Someone could have actually tried to kill her. But she's lucky that was the least that happened to her. I'm actually feeling a little bit sorry for her, because it's like, what did she really do that's bad, that bad to warrant all of this, I mean, all because of her sleeping with, because of the Charlie scandal. Yeah. And, I mean, come on. Homewrecker.
It's music. Like,
yeah, and the guy who did create that to force her to say that line, did a low blow on her and calling out her and her mother, like, she's just like her mother. I can understand Juliet's frustration why she said that, but being a professional, you don't, just say no comment, walk away. Yeah. I mean, but granted, I've never been in that lifestyle, but if you're in the public eye, you want to be professional, just walk away. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And poor her, Juliet, and the only one she had to back up her story was Layla. So she has to turn to her and suck it up and ask her for a favor, which is really too bad. No other cameras, nobody else caught the other end, like you said, the part where the guy was attacking her and her, her mom. So she has to turn to her and basically kind of strike a deal with the devil. And beg her, be like, no, you have to go in front of all these people, in front of the live media, and say that I did not say this line. Yeah, and we were kind of cringing because we thought, oh no, what's she gonna do here? But then right afterwards, like you said, we're like, oh no, this is gonna, now you're even more scared because she didn't, sabotage her there. Yeah. So what's she gonna do in the future? Juliet owes Layla a big favor, and Layla's gonna cash in on that one sweet day. One terrible day, actually. Yeah, but it's just scary to know, because Layla is such a young person in general, but so early and green in her career, what she's going to use that against Julia to, like, really enhance her. It's scary what the possibilities of what she's going to do. Yeah, because she's such a manipulator. I mean, we've already seen a ton of her manipulations, and she just has those eyes where it's like, there's always something kind of devious, like, ticking in that mind of hers. Yeah, Layla's the kind of person who will screw someone over, throw people under the bus, sleep with people to get to the top. Unfortunately, but she's that person. Yeah, and even when Will came back, and she's like, oh, I've been missing you, and you don't. Yeah, you're not genuine. No, you haven't. Yeah, you were more concerned about trying to maybe help out Juliet than worry about Will. Yeah, and if she did miss him, I mean, she really just missed being in the spotlight with him and like tweeting about it and their relationship. So yeah, we weren't buying that one. Oh yeah, either. No. Because it was Brent was the one who pointed out that Will was missing. It wasn't It wasn't Layla.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were really Will's girlfriend and you were really concerned about his well-being and his whereabouts or where the heck he went, you're going to be the first one to be like, where's Will?
Right.
You're going to be the one having the search party go off for him.
Yeah.
Not Brent.
Yeah. Good point. All right. Was there anything we missed?
Well, I didn't, it was just a crazy episode. And the way it ended is with all the burning of Juliet's CDs, it just reminded me of the Dixie Chicks fiasco when Natalie, called out the president saying that we're ashamed President Bush comes from Texas, and then everyone burned their albums and whatnot. It was reminiscent of that. And it just makes me think, where is Juliet's career now going to go? Because she realized how serious that was, and that she could lose her career.
Yeah, and we see her just devastated on the couch at the end, just crying, and just she knows that that she's in serious trouble right now.
It's on the downfall. It's going down.
Yeah,
it's going down.
It is. I think the only two things we forgot to mention, too, is we did see a return of her assistant, Emily. Is back, who has been not sure where, but she's back. I know she's been doing some pet commercials, I think, on the actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen her doing some pet commercials. I'm like, hey.
Maybe she booked some gigs here and there.
And she's back. And then we also saw the return of Liam. So Liam, and then tried to, kiss on Raina when he comes back, too. And then she had to say, no, I'm taken.
Yeah, but my surprise was Raina, you really let Liam kiss you like that.
Yeah.
Aren't you with Luke? We didn't see Luke tonight.
I was just going to say, but yet she's with him, but we don't see him the entire time. And the last time they was on a little shaky ground,
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to see much of him, because I do think he is a user, and I think that relationship's going to be.
It might end soon.
Yeah.
In the near
but I guess
future.
we can do that in predictions.
Okay.
So let's go into, are you, anything else?
No, this is a great episode.
Yeah, it was a great episode. It was a little like it was
Peggy's dead.
jam-packed.
That's all I can back to. Peggy's dead.
We'll finish on that note. All right, let's go ahead and go into news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
The only thing that I wanted to say is that you should go on these actors' Twitter accounts. There were some great pictures of Oliver Hudson over the holidays. I tweeted one where he was drunk by a Christmas tree, and I'm like, that's the way we want to see Jeff. Can we get this guy on the show? Because he just looks so fun-loving and good. But anyway.
And this is kind of old news, but a month ago I had watched the CMA Christmas concert festival that they throw every year in Washington, and some of the Nashville people were there as well.
Nice.
So it was fun to see them still in the country music fan base there.
Yeah, I feel like they get out to a lot of the events, and they're really embracing all the. That's awesome. The only thing I also had from Juliet or Hayden, sorry, from the Golden Globes, just some that she actually purchased her own dress, whereas most of the actors have designers that will send them stuff, and they said she just wanted that Tom Ford dress and purchased it. So. And that's all I have for news and gossip this week. So let's move on to our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. Well, I had a couple. I think I mentioned a couple already. But going back to Raina partnering up with Deacon, writing songs for her new album, new label, and all that. And then also, it'd be cool to... Raina's trying to start this label and this new album. It'd be cool to see her have all these amazing duets with big country artists. Maybe this is more of a wish, but Reba McEntire did an album like that back in 2007, where she had released an album with all duets of her and other country music stars and whatnot. It'd be cool to have Raina do that, especially at this time in her career. She's big name. She can get a lot of people on her record. That'd be an awesome album to kickstart her label.
I'm in for that. Then we'd have a lot of guest stars coming on the the show we could see too.
Yeah, because we saw in the previews, we saw Jay DeMarcus from Rascal Flatts and Zac Brown Band, and they're both big ensemble country music groups. And also, Kelly's in the circle. Kelly Clarkson's there. She's talking to freaking Juliet, who's on Raina's label. Or not Juliet, Scarlett, who's on Raina's label. So get Kelly to sing with you. Come on.
Yeah.
Use your resources. But that's all I have.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I agree with you that I think Raina and Deacon are gonna start working together. I started to say earlier, I think Raina is gonna kick Luke to the curb. And I think, judging by the little trailer we saw for next week, I think we might get a little Juliet overdose.
Yeah, overdose on what? Hopefully not drugs, because that's what her mother was really on. Like, her mother was an alcoholic and a druggie.
I'm afraid it's going to be one of those two.
She didn't
alcohol,
look good.
but
She did not look good. She was out cold. Hopefully, maybe she'll go into rehab or something.
Yeah.
Juliet. Take a break from...
Get out of the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of reminds me of the movie Country Strong. You know how Gwyneth Paltrow's character goes to rehab and gets out of that. So
she could take a break. Her and Avery, they should go out to the woods and have a little camping trip.
Just like that mental break away from everything.
Yeah.
She needs that. She's due.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty rough for her right now.
And yet Layla's definitely going to cash in on that big favor. Lord knows what it's going to be.
Agree with you. I think once Juliet goes down with this, if this is an overdose or whatever, that she's really going to take that time to kind of step on her and rise up.
Yeah, and Teddy's looking into this investigation.
So glad you said that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, and he thinks that someone has a hit on him, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or like someone tried to kill him.
Also, that made me think, the prediction I wanted to say, that I hope he'll get the autopsy reports back and he'll find out that she was not
Peggy faked her pregnancy.
Yes.
So she's a liar.
So I hope that blows her out of the water.
She died a liar.
She's not that nice.
No, she's
and
terrible person.
It's okay. Another great note to end it on.
Yeah.
Peggy's dead.
Peggy's dead.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Marisa, where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV.
And I'm JJ Jurgens at jjjurgens.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and also at tomgirl.tv. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.